try!
Oh, mate, if you get away with it, it's legal, isn't it? So it's just what we've got to be craftier as well, you know, on how we, you know, what our boys do. Well, obviously we like to take the game to the line, you know, the way we play. So there's always the danger of that happening. You know what I mean? When you play the game at the line like that. So, but you know, that's just got to get back up and get on with the next thing. You know, 'cause we're a team that, you know, spiritually, mentally, we're still growing. We're learning how to be tougher, right? And to do. That's why I go back to the no excuses. You know, like that's when you become tough, when you don't make excuses. And we're still learning how to do that, but there's never a game in any sport between Australia and England where there's not high stakes and massive enjoyment for the fans on both sides, which is very important to us too. When the rivalry is close, like ours is, the emotions go the full spectrum. The joy of winning is amplified, and the pain of losing is also amplified. And that's, you know, that's the great thing about these types of rivalries. That's why everyone wants to. That's why the boys are so keen to play. You know, like they're counting down the days. Get out in that amphitheatre, like unbelievable place to play rugby, and just enjoy it.
Generally, I seem to be versing anyway. Everyone's bigger than me in the front front forwards there, so it doesn't really matter. You know, the bigger they are, the harder they generally tend to fall. I guess you got to go out with enough heart that you know you're going to get the job done. If you go in at 50%, you're generally going to hurt yourself. So you got to go 110% and make sure you do the job on them. Not any motivation for me personally. You know, back then it did sting, but if you keep looking back on the past, you're not going to be able to move forward. So we've come into this week and we're just focusing on building as a team and you know continuing to put performances out in the field. I've got a thing that I always have to shower like right before I run out into the field, so that's usually how I get myself fired up for a game. It's my little, you know, when you wake up in the morning and you have a shower and it refreshes you, it brings you back to life and really switches you on. That's kind of what I do. It's a decently hot shower, gives you a little bit of a burn, but other than that, I always like to talk to my family and they always send me messages right before I head out, which really, you know, switches me on and makes me realise why I play the game. You know, I'm playing for them, I'm playing for the people back home, and, you know, to think about that really makes me switch into, you know, getting out there and doing my job and doing what I do best, and that's trying to enforce with my running and a bit of defence.